I would rather say, tonight, Pastor is more patriotic and a real hero than Mr. Marcos Jr. himself. Mas maraming ginawa at napatunayan si Pastor Kibuloy at ang Kingdom of Jesus Christ kaysa kay Marcos Jr.
Mga kababayan, sa mahaba pong panahon ay mataas po ang respeto na ipinapakita ni Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy sa mga men in uniform. Bago pa man nangyari ang June 10, 2024, ang Day of Infamy na hindi makakalimutan ng bawat kingdom citizen sa buong mundo. Mataas, hindi lang po mataas, maganda po ang naging relasyon ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ, hindi lamang po sa mga Armed Forces of the Philippines, kasama na po ang Philippine National Police. Panoorin po natin ang video na ito kung saan po makikita ang commitment ni Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy at pagsaludo nito sa mga men in uniform.
I remember once upon a time I was invited in Baguio to the Philippine Military Academy and their performance there by the late Colonel Gaudencio Boychi Pangilinan. And I saw the orderliness, the cleanliness, the discipline that a future soldier must possess in order to be victorious in every battle that they will encounter physically for the protection of our country. And I remember also how I was so impressed with that kind of discipline that it should also be adapted into the ACQCM students who will enroll in our Bible college, because we are also true soldiers of the Lord Jesus Christ, though not physical but spiritual, and our weapons of warfare are not carnal but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. When I came from that event in the Philippine Military Academy in Baguio, that I said I would adopt this kind of military training with the ACQ students that would enroll in our Bible college. The integrity and the honor that the PMA stands for. I also have grown in the Philippines, where from my youth in Bible college in the 1970s, I saw the rampaging destruction that the CPP-NPA has brought upon our nation. And as I stand before you, 54 years of that is too much. So that in those days when the CPP-NPA NDF was in power and about to topple the government, the democratically elected government that we have, it was only the armed forces of the Philippines, particularly the land-based Philippine Army, that held back the night of darkness and destruction that would have engulfed our country. That's why my heart is so close to the military, our armed forces of the Philippines. I hold them very dear in my heart with a generosity and debt of gratitude, although it is their duty to protect us. But we also have a debt of gratitude to them because they were the ones who laid down their lives for the freedom that we enjoy today, especially the freedom of religion or the freedom to worship God in our own way. Without that, we might not be able to congregate together in liberty and freedom, Jesus Christ. So, my heart goes out to our armed forces of the Philippines, the men and women in uniform who have laid down their lives for us to enjoy what we are enjoying today. And I saw their valiant defense of our country, notwithstanding leaving families that they hold dear in order to go to the battlefield and protect us from these who wants to take our freedom and liberty away. In fact, as they engage themselves in the protection of the sovereignty of our motherland against those who want to rob our democracy, peace, and order, they are not scared to lose their lives for the welfare of others. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man will lay down his life for his friends. Without the true love, our country would have been in the hands of destructive forces, and we may not be enjoying what freedom we are enjoying today. Yes, we are living in a modern world that seems to be hopeless, filled with lies, corruption, hatred, and division. But always remember this: in this spiritual warfare, the evil will never ever triumph over the good. We are not here only to build a spiritual nation, which is the kingdom nation, but let us help build our beloved nation, the Philippines, by doing good, by distributing the good, by fighting evil, by not being discouraged when the battle is raging and the horizon seems so dark, because every cloud that we see is only a cloud temporarily. It will dissipate and the light will stay permanently and forever. There is always the good that will win over evil in our quest, friends, not only our nation, but throughout all the world. In 38 years, we have saturated the whole world. And the kingdom ministry now is a kingdom nation with a spiritual ideology that whether I am here or not, the exponential growth of this kingdom will continue forever, because this is the kingdom of God here on the earth today.
Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, sa lahat po ng nanonood, sa lahat po na nakikiisa sa press ko na ito. Hindi natin mapigilan kasi alam natin ang pag-ibig natin sa ating bayan at sa lahat ng ating mga men in uniform. Snappy salute to all of you. Ganun po ang respeto, ang paggalang ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Lalong-lalo na po ang ating pinakamamahal na pastor, Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy. Sa lahat po ng ating mga kasundaluhan, hindi lang po kasundaluhan, pati po ating mga pulis. Kaya nagpapasalamat tayo dahil una silang nag-alay ng kanilang buhay upang tayo ng mga mamamayan ay mabigyan ng proteksyon at malayan natin mamuhay sa araw-araw. So nagpapasalamat kami sa Kingdom of Jesus Christ nung binuksan ni Pastor ang gate ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ for the first time in 2003. After the twin bombings, after the terror attack here in Davao City, at na-establish ni Mayor Duterte ang Task Force Davao. First time ni Mayor Duterte na inintroduce yung task force. So yun yung pinakaunang pagkakataon na nabuksan yung aming gate, ang aming compound sa Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Noong una, naasiwa pa kami. Pinaunawa sa amin ng aming mahal na pastor kung ano ang role nila, kung ano ang ginagawa ng mga military upang proteksyonan kami. So nagpapasalamat kami all these years. Malapit na malapit po ang ating mahal na pastor. Malapit na malapit po ang Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Sa ating mga military, lahat po ng support na kailangan nila, unang-una noong 2003, nung kailangan nila ng suporta ng pag-open ng Task Force Davao, open po ang gate, open po lahat ang kingdom para pag-support po sa kanila hanggang na-establish po ito. At hanggang ngayon, dekada na po na ganun po ang relasyon ng ating mahal na pastor ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ sa ating men in uniform. Lahat po ng mga matataas na mga ranggo ng mga ating mga generals, lahat po ng officers, nandito po sila, saludo po sila. Halos ginagawa nilang consultant, advisor si pastor. Nakikinig sila, palaging may dinner dito. At nakikinig sila kung ano ang pamahalaan ni pastor. Nakita nila ang ganda ng kingdom, nakita nila yung disiplina. Kaya nung sa Bible school, nakita natin yung training. Dahil gusto nga ni pastor, hindi lang spiritual discipline ang maangkin ng mga Kingdom of Jesus Christ members, mga workers, pero pati ang military discipline. Kaya sinasabi ni pastor, hindi kami civilian ang mindset namin. Military yung mindset namin. Kasi nandun yung discipline, nandun yung code of honor. So ganun yung training ni pastor, hindi lang para sa Kingdom Nations, ayon sa sinabi ng ating mahal na pastor, kundi para sa nation building. Kaya nga halos kami lahat, mga reservists po kami ng Philippine Army. Kasi nag-training po kami lahat since then, nung nakipag-ugnayan po kami sa sa Armed Forces of the Philippines. Kaya nagpapasalamat kami, ngunit sa mga panahong ito, masakit man sabihin, pero hindi naman po lahat. Nabahiran na po ang ating mga kasundaluhan o ang ating mga lalong-lalo na po sa pulisya. Kaya tanong po namin sa ating mga kasundaluhan, lalong-lalo na po ang ating mga officers, hayaan ba po ba natin na magiging ganito na lang ang mangyari sa pulis, sa kapulisan dito sa ating bansa. Hindi lahat. Alam ko marami. There are still not a few, but many good men. And we're hoping, and we're really, really praying na maayos natin ito lahat. So sa press ko na ito, ilalahad na naman po natin ang mga nangyari para malaman ng taong bayan ang katotohanan. And we, here sa press ko na to, we are still hoping and praying na talagang mag-iiba, mababago pa, may pag-asa pa ang bansang Pilipinas. Muli, maraming salamat for all the men in uniforms of Armed Forces of the Philippines, maging sa mabubuting mga kawal, mabubuting mga pulis, hindi po lahat, na nandito patuloy na binibigyan tayo ng proteksyon upang tayong mga mamayan ay malayang mamuhay. So hopefully, kaming lahat dito sa Kingdom of Jesus Christ, ito lang po ang desire namin na mapasaayos po ang lahat at ang tunay nga katarungan at katotohanan ang siya po talagang mangyayari sa ating bansa.
May I please, as a wife of a PMAer, no, I didn't know that this is my first time to see this video that you prepared, and I was so touched because for the longest time, I know I can speak for a lot of wives of soldiers, no, na napabayaan ang mga kasundaluhan natin before President Duterte. No, yung mga boots nila, yung bala, nagugutom, no, kasi nga corrupt yung mga politiko. At saka ang tingin sa mga sundalo noon before President Duterte came along, para nilang private army. No? So I was so happy when I met Pastor, because Pastor and PRRD as well, no? Kasi Pastor treated them like royalty. No? And he would talagang lumalabas sa bibig niya yung respeto niya, yung admiration niya. Kung kaya't nung nasa NTF-ELCAC ako, tapos meron kaming program ni Eric, parte talaga ng programa namin, pasalamatan to the men and women in uniform. No, we would like to thank you. Before NTF-ELCAC came along, you were the only ones that stood between us and the CPP, NPA, NDF, these terrorists, and you willingly laid down your lives. And the story of the anti-CPP program in SMNI was because of Pastor. Hinanap ako ni Pastor, at binigay itong programa na libre, worth millions, binigay niya yan. Libre, siya pa humabol, no? So talaga makita mo yung puso ni Pastor dito kasi nakita niya napakaraming sundalo ang namatay. And personally, we've had to bury our closest friends. And kilala namin yung mga widows, they leave behind widows and orphans. So I was so happy to have met Pastor, somebody who really looked up to the soldier and really respected them. No? So,
Okay.
And now we're here again, private army na naman. So,
Okay. Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Maraming salamat kay Sister Nori ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ at kay Ma'am Lorraine, ang kapartner ko po sa Laban Kasamang Bayan, ang binuo po namin nila Pastor Kibuloy, ang natatangi at bukod tanging programang inialay voluntarily ng SMNI at ni Pastor Kibuloy. Ginasusan po ng pondo ito to support the Milestone Program, yung National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict, which is very, very successful. At dito ko po ilalahad yung pagkakalungkot ng sambayan ng Pilipino. For us, Pastor is a true patriot. Totoong nagmamahal ng bansang ito. Nakakalungkot at nakakagalit po ang kaganapan ngayon na kinakaharap ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ ni Pastor Kibuloy, ng mga ministro nito, at ng mga kasapian ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Kung saan ang gobyerno at bansang kanyang minahal at kanilang pinaglingkuran kasama ng paglilingkod sa kanilang binuong samahan at pananampalataya sa Kingdom of Jesus Christ, hindi lamang para magsalba ng kaluluwa ng sangkatauhan, kundi ayusin din at tumulong sa pag-aayos ng lipunan, ay siyang gobyerno ngayong naghahabol at gumigipit at nanunupil sa kanila. Lalo na po sa ilalim ngayon ni Ferdinand Marcos Sr. I would rather say, tonight, Pastor is more patriotic and a real hero than Mr. Marcos Jr. himself. Mas maraming ginawa at napatunayan si Pastor Kibuloy at ang Kingdom of Jesus Christ kaysa kay Marcos Jr. na siya ngayon ang umahabol at nanggigipit at nanunupil sa Kingdom of Jesus Christ at kay Pastor na parabang malubhang kriminal at mga terorista ang mga taong nagbunsod ng totoong paglilingkod sa ating bayan.